need to hit record, and I'm going to go ahead and just start off with a few announcements before we get started. So, just a reminder, oh, I have a chatter. Okay, gotcha. Okay, just a reminder of our team calendar here for May. We covered all of this last week, so I'm not gonna, reiterate everything, but just keep in mind Monday, our Summer Strong Challenge group is starting. So if you do have any challengers, add them to that doc. I've created the group, and there's a link to join in there. I added the people who were already on the doc with their challengers. So that's there. And I just wanted to show you too, I posted in our team page the curriculum that I wanted to start using, just to kind of switch things up a little bit. I started diving through this, just editing to make it our own. I've only gotten through like preseason, and I really would like everybody to kind of help me make this our own thing. For our team. So you see, like, I have added pictures of myself, my own videos of meal planning and prepping, my own videos of making my Shakeology, because I think that it helps our challengers connect when they see our faces, doing these things, and our pictures in this group, like my meal prep, not from, the challenge, the curriculum. So I think we just need to make it our own, and we need to really take pride in, I even added Callie's transformation on here for like doing your measurements and pictures and sharing your story, how great it was that she had those before and afters, like not just like the link to, enter the Team Beachbody thing. So I think that will really help make it a little more personal. And like I said, I really want you ladies to help me out here. And if you are in this challenge group, help me, during your posting days and weeks, like you can make it your own, and we can save it for the future. So just request to edit this. And I will obviously give you the request. I did like this point challenge that this particular curriculum used. It was really, hi Jerry, look at her. She's like outdoors in the sunshine, soccer mama. Anyway, so I really liked this point challenge, and I'm actually going to show you. I created a new doc to have the challengers track their points, and I think it's really simple. Of course, this isn't working. I'm sorry. Where are you? Okay, here it is. And I already created this to you for the Summer Strong group. So you'll see here that basically I just took all these headings right off of this little thing here, like your workout check-in, your poster Shakeology recipe, all these different things, ways to earn points. I just put them into this doc here. And instead of going day by day, what they'll do is they'll just, like, if they posted their sweaty, I don't know where it is, picture of them with Shakeology, they can put in 2 points. And the daily check-ins, like they might do it on Monday, and then they'll come back in on Tuesday, they did it again, so now they have 2 points. And then they do it on Friday, well now they have 3. And it's really simple for them to keep up with, I think. And hopefully that will work out. When we try something new, we really never know, but hopefully that will work, and we'll tweak it along the way. One other thing with this curriculum is it doesn't introduce, I wish this would go away. Ugh. It doesn't introduce the whole challenge, the point tracker, until the day before the challenge starts, which I like too, because that way, it's kind of like a end of the first week thing, where they can get kind of remotivated and excited for their journey to actually begin. So just something new. I'm excited just to play with something else and kind of, make this our own. Hopefully it works out. So I'm just excited to get something new out there. for our challengers and for ourselves. You know, when we do this over and over more than once a month, like it can get really just really boring and when you do the same thing all the time. So hopefully that will go well. Then just moving along in May, your May Challenge Pack offers. So it's a Strong Team month. We have Insanity Max 30 on sale. Yeah, and it's a big price drop. It's usually twice. It's I don't know how much, but it's $140. And then of course our size challenge pack is also $140. And so a lot of people, you know, like to have fun and they don't really like working out. Size is a great option for them. From corporate, this month our incentives are hitting Success Club 5 or higher. You get an exclusive webinar with Brian Tracy. Every time I've been on a webinar that Beachbody offers from a Success Club incentive, it's always been amazing, and just something you learn and grow so much from. They always bring in wonderful speakers, so that's really something to push for this month. And also from our team, we found these really cute Strong is Beautiful necklaces, and I really love them. I think they stand for what our team stands for. And I would love to see every single one of us sporting that beautiful necklace, little team jewels this month. So here we go. I added this in because if you listen to the National Wake Up Call on Monday, this was kind of like the big takeaways from that call. It was amazing. So if you haven't listened, just I would definitely consider listening to that sometime this weekend. It's, you know, they're pretty short. They're only about 30 minutes. And just the takeaways from there, how to hit Success Club, it's really about you and it's about your actions. So just talking to more people, stop acting at the minimum, guys. You know, just let yourself out there, think big, act big, talk to 10 people instead of just 5 today. You know, like reach out and just stop putting limits to your you know, success and where you're going to go. Also being intentional. So remember every day to post on your social media, to stay consistent, to act on your social media with purpose too. Just having a point to what you post. Are you adding value? Is it meaningful? You know, keep that in mind. And I love too, she said, stop talking so much. Just connect with people. Let them do the talking. You know, and that's with your invitations, that's in your challenge groups, that's on your team. Just, you know, stop doing so much talking and just do more listening. And I love too, she said, like in the invitations, we often, you know, just throw them all the information we know about a program instead of just, it could be really simple. Send them a 5-minute video about the program, let them watch it. And then let them talk and let them ask the question. So just really simple, like little aha moments for me. Those were some big takeaways. And like I said, if you didn't get to listen to the National Wake Up Call, definitely take some time and do so today or this weekend or whenever you have time. I'd have to shout out our leaderboard from April. You guys are amazing. Just really 54 lives change. We lived up to the expectation. I challenged you if we could save over 50 lives, and we sure did. And you girls are amazing. And special congratulations to Lindsay, our top Success Club earner, rocking it out at Success Club 18. Absolutely incredible. So way to go, team. And I expect nothing but even more and even more amazing things to happen in the month of May. And there is proof of that right here. Look at how many names we already have on the leaderboard. It is only May 7th, and I know there's even more now that, you know, they don't always, the Success Clubs or points, they I don't know why, but lately they've been even more delayed than I feel in the past. But awesome job, guys. Aaron, Jerry, Billy, Elsie, Chelsea T, and Chelsea C. Everybody has points on the board, which is incredible. So keep on pushing, ladies. Doing absolutely awesome. I just want to see that Mark, he's shouting out the ladies. Good job. Okay. Before I move on to our topic of abundance today. Does anybody have, I know I love him back. Does anybody have any questions about any announcements or anything you wanted to share or talk about before we kind of move on? Any questions you have, especially with that new curriculum, point tracker, anything? No?
Yeah, actually I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to unmute myself because the kids are here.
No, I don't care. Go for it.
So I have someone who's asking about being a coach, but I know that Coach Live, this is the first time I'm really getting into recruiting.
Yeah.
Our live event isn't towards the end of the month, right?
Yeah, let's go back to the calendar. So it's on a Wednesday night this time. It starts the 25th. So if you had someone interested, I would just keep them engaged. Okay. Keep them, talk to them behind the scenes. You can share, your own, you can share things with them about coaching or just keep them excited to learn more at that live event on the 25th.
So there's nothing I can really send to her or anything. It's just
I would just how excited you are that she's so interested, and you can talk about your own coaching journey. That's what I would do. Kind of give her a little sneak peek, if that makes sense, to the live event, and just get her excited for the live event. Like you can keep talking to her about it and what to expect and things like that. Because coming to the live event is a natural progression. Then there's this opportunity call afterwards, and then the application will be posted after that. And then from there, coach training will start on the 30th. So it's just like you want her to fall into that natural progression that the rest of our team does, if that makes sense. We don't have coach training starting anyway till the 30th. You need a place for her. So I would just continue to talk with her and stay connected with her, and continue to just share your own success as a coach. And obviously if she reached out to you, or I don't know the dynamic of that, but she's really interested. So
okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yep. Anything else, guys? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into our topic. So I'll be honest, I heard about all this topic, how to change the key to living an abundant life, and how to just cultivate that mindset, that abundance mindset. I heard it on an amazing podcast, and I have literally a notebook of notes that I'm gonna be referring to, so don't mind me, but there's so many things that I wanted to share with you ladies, and I'll post the link to the podcast too after the call, because it's a really good one. It's from Michael Hyatt. I don't know if anybody's listened to Michael Hyatt before, but he's an amazing podcast to listen to. He sort of reminds me of Shalene's brother or something. They're very, it's very much of the same style and topics that they do cover. So we're going to talk today just about what abundance is. And really, my biggest takeaway from what I learned is that abundance is not about what you have, but it's about who you are. So we have to tap that into our life. We have to tap that into our goals and just really shift our mindset on what we really want. And it takes some thought. You have to think about that. What are you really after? And you may have heard of the scarcity mindset. And the abundance mindset is the complete opposite of that scarcity mindset. That mindset of, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money for that. I don't have enough energy to do that anymore. Just that thinking about what we don't have, it's so easy for our mind to just gravitate towards what we don't have instead of all the things that we do have. And it's just so much easier to think about what we don't have sometimes. So cultivating this abundant mindset is really how you shift. How do you shift? So how do you define abundance? You have to think about that too. Is abundance a lot of money? Is it having a fancy car? Is it the quantity of things? Well, not really. True abundance is really about what you have, how you see the world, and that state of consciousness. So we're going to talk today, how do you shift your mind into that state of consciousness that leads to gratefulness? And it's a simple abundance practice. I'm going to show you 10 steps today, 10 principles to just shift your consciousness into that abundant mindset instead of that scarcity one. And I think they talked on the podcast, it starts with the knowledge of your blessings. So the guy on there says he wakes up I love this, and this is something that I've tried to put into practice this past week. He wakes up every single day, and when he opens his eyes, he doesn't grab his phone, or he doesn't, moan and groan at the alarm clock. He sits straight up and says, thank you. I'm here. I have a new day to start. And when you say thank you to the world for that, you're starting your day in an abundance mindset. So, think about it right now. Guys, you're here. You're watching me with your eyes. So you're able to see, that's a blessing. You are listening to me so you can hear. That's a blessing. Some people can't hear. Okay. You're breathing. Some people cannot breathe without a machine. Okay. So that seems so simple, but all those things are amazing blessings that you need to be thankful for every day. So that is what an abundance mindset really challenges you to do. So moving on just to the 10 principles. And guys, this was an hour and 15-minute podcast, so I can't share everything that they shared. But these are the 10 principles, and I'm just going to share a little tidbit about each one of them with you, and hopefully you hear some aha moments. Now, I want to emphasize that implementing all of these in your life right this second is probably not realistic, but if you can just pick one of these today that you can improve upon to become more abundant, then you are going to just you're going to flourish, and the other ones are going to start coming into play and into practice in your life as well. So principle number 1 is outflowing. So what is outflowing? Well, it's that law of attraction. Everything you put out comes back to you, and it comes back multiplied. So if you daily, as a coach, share your light, you share your motivation, you share that you live a life of happiness and grace and gratitude, what comes back to you? All of that stuff multiplied. So what can you give today to other people to just outflow abundance? So focus out. Just be a giver. Okay? Don't be a taker, be a giver. Acknowledge yourself. They talked about on the podcast to sit down and make a list of your 10 accomplishments. 10 accomplishments, anything that you've accomplished. And this helps you realize your self-worth. Okay, we need to take time to acknowledge what we're good at and what we have accomplished this week or today. Maybe just what you have accomplished this morning, instead of thinking oh my gosh, I have no time to do this, or oh my gosh, switching back to that scarcity mindset. Instead, sit down and acknowledge yourself and acknowledge that you are worthy and you are worth it. And the things that you do daily do make a difference. And what you put out there comes back to you multiplied. So I think that is just a huge one to start out with. Number 2 is clearing. So we all, I'm sure, have been in a position where there is somebody or something from our past that's holding us back. We have to let that go. Okay, so clearing is clearing our mind and our life of that negativity. And a lot of times that means getting rid of guilt. That's something that you have done. It might be clearing of resentment towards somebody else who's done wrong to you. We all have sometimes those monkeys on our backs, and you can't carry around a monkey on your back and expect to have an abundant life. You have to really let those people, those downfalls, you got to let them go. Let me see. I wanted to say one more thing. Oh, so you have to find a way to let them go. It might be talking to that person who, you did wrong to. It might be talking and just parting ways with that person that is crowding you in. It might be to just be pissed off and like throw a little pity party and cry or like whatever you need to do, but then push past that. Okay. I heard somebody too, like they just wrote down everything that made them mad and they crumbled it up and they burn it in a fire. Like it might be even crazier, I don't know, but you had to find a way to just clear it and let it all go in order to kind of shift your mind again, okay, to live abundantly. Number 3 is integrity. So I think in this business especially, we have to run our businesses with integrity. We have to realize that taking shortcuts is not going to get us very far. We have to keep our word. So if we promise a challenger that we're going to provide them meal plans and one-on-one support, and we're going to, be checking in with them daily, that's what we need to give back. We have to use our integrity to do so. We have to value our ethics. We have to value our credibility. We in this business are very fortunate that we can operate on a relationship. I mean, this is a relationship build business, and we operate it on that relationship of trust, of support, constantly. So, you have to operate on that system of integrity. And also too, realizing that having integrity, that means that you have to sometimes go back and clean up broken agreements. You have to clean up things you did wrong. Okay. So, it might be like that jumbly, like salesy invite you sent when you first started coaching. You might need to go back and clean that up. You might be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't even take the time to talk to you. Like, how are you doing? Been there. Like, I do that all the time. Like, I look back on my messages from the summer when I first started coaching. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why would I ever do that to somebody? So sometimes it means cleaning up things that you've done wrong, or maybe you didn't have a great connection with a past challenger and you want to make it better. You want to be in the right instead. So you might go back and you might say, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't give you my all as your coach. Like, would you be interested in joining another group? And this time, like, we're going to make your goals happen. Like, you have to just use that integrity in your business, in your life. This goes far beyond our business, having this mindset. Number 4 is visualization. So you have goals, of course. You have visions in your head of where you want to go, where you want to take your business, I'm sure. And if you don't, it's time to get them, okay? You need to visualize where you're going. You need to see the result complete. So for me, I've shared this before. Like, I envision myself at Summit this year being announced as a Success Club 10 All-Star and walking across that stage in front of thousands of people and being applauded. And, that to me, like, that makes me want to work harder. That's my vision. I shared in our Diamonds group, there's this video. If you are an elite coach in Beachbody, the head honchos of Beachbody, like Carl Deichler and all those guys, call you on the phone and they congratulate you for being an elite coach. And there's this video and it's amazing. And like, it shows all these people's reactions to receiving that call. And it literally like brings chills down my back and makes me cry because I visualize myself receiving that same phone call at the end of this year. Like, that's my vision. That's what keeps me driven towards my goals. And it's just something for me to gravitate towards. And it's like in sports, like envisioning and seeing that play before it happens. That's what athletes do. They can visualize the play before they actually do it. It's not what you don't want. It's just instead of falling into that, this is going to fail, or this isn't going to happen, this isn't going to work, but instead you're starting to see like where you're going to go. To a lot of people, and myself included, this, you can also make it very simple and visualize every single day, creating that dream board for yourself with a chalkboard or whatever, or just something on your wall, poster, your vision board, with quotes that you love, or, you know, like things that you envision for yourself. Like, I want to be a diamond coach. Like, you could put a picture of a diamond on there, like whatever you want to be and whatever you visualize as success in this business. Because remember, it's different for every single one of us, but whatever your vision is, put it up there for you to see every single day. Affirmation. So this is huge too. We visualize, but we also need to affirm. We need to affirm that something is so. Putting things into language anchors them into reality. If you're sitting there in traffic at the end of the day and you said, this traffic is killing me, then yes, it probably is. If that's what you're saying, like if that's what you tell yourself, you know, but instead we need to tell ourselves positive things. Like, I am a confident leader, even if I'm not. I'm going to tell myself that every single day. I am a confident leader, and that empowers you. It tells you that it's so. So you turn those negative things into positive ones. It's just kind of like a mini contract to yourself on the daily basis, affirming. And you need to create your own affirmations. You know, like, what do you want to become? If I want to become a confident leader, I'm going to tell myself, even though I'm not quite there yet, I'm going to say, I am a confident leader, and I'm going to tell myself that every single day. I heard on the podcast too, they talked about like somebody with a back injury, and I thought of Jerry and her injury, and it said, instead of saying, oh my gosh, this is killing me, they said, I am experiencing a painless experience with my back. So, like, you know, like, just tell yourself that, and your just mindset with how you handle those negative things are going to instantly shift for yourself if you continue doing it over and over. Declaration. So we need to number 6, we need to declare what you want, when I want it, and with who I want it. And tell yourself that I can have it all. Okay? So our goals are our roadmap to our vision that we visualize past. And it takes those visions and makes them concrete. All right, Jay, I'm glad. Sorry. It makes them concrete. You don't attach to your goals, though. You have to be very careful about your goals. So you can set them, but you don't want them to consume you. You have to be really careful, because that just pushes your goals away. Instead, you have to trust in your journey. The simplest words come from Walt Disney. If you can dream it, you can do it. And you have to declare that. One really cool thing that I heard, a way to declare your goals, is to write yourself a letter to your future self in 10 years, or maybe in 1 year. You know, you don't have to jump maybe to 10 years, but maybe just to 1 year, or maybe to next month. And write yourself a letter and say, it is May 7th, 2016, and here are all the things I've accomplished. Or 2026, that would be in 10 years. Here is all the things that I've accomplished in the last 10 years. And it helps you stop and declare like what you want to do and how you want, what you want out of your life and where you want to go. So I think that's really important piece too, to declare, to not just visualize, not just affirm, but to finally put it in writing and declare what you want and when you want it. And just make you realize that you can have it all. Number 7 is your persistence. So like I said before, you can't get consumed by your goals. And there's going to be sometimes when you don't hit your goals. But you have to continue to choose your goal over and over and over. So if I want to be a Success Club 10 All-Star, I have to reaffirm that over and over and over. Every single month, I start new towards that goal. I have to re-declare, re-visualize, reaffirm, and use my persistence to choose that goal, to continue to recommit to it constantly. And then with persistence. That means that you're going to do whatever it takes with your blinders on, because your goal and your vision is only for you, and you have to work towards that vision. And just decide, like, do you want it bad enough? Okay, whatever that goal is, do you want it bad enough? And then number 8 is your surrendering. So surrendering, that's just, you have to give everything you have to that goal. You have to surrender to it, but you don't have to be attached. And this is kind of one of those moments where you can't beat yourself up. So for those perfectionists, this is where you fall short. This is your downfall. This is where you shift back into that scarcity mindset so quickly. So if you don't hit your goals, you can't go there. You can't just stop. You have to celebrate with what you have. Okay, so what you did get out of it. You might not hit your goal, but I'm sure along the way trying to reach that goal, there's something to be celebrated. A lot of things to be celebrated. So you celebrate, you don't quit. You recommit to those goals, and you learn from them and you move forward. If you quit, then you're resigning. And if you're resigning, you're surrendering your goals. So, you can't stop. You just have to celebrate what you've learned, learn from it, and grow and keep moving. Number 9 is your sourcing. So what sourcing is that's your consciousness that everything is literally up to you. You are the source. You are always the source. So you have 2 choices. You can be a source of joy, health, happiness, love, and that's abundance. Or you can be a source of breakdown, conflict, constant stress, that's scarcity. So you get to decide which path you take, which source are you gonna outpour to the world and to yourself. Life is the blessing and the source. I think that's just a really cool thing to think about. Life is the blessing and the source. So just think about how your challenges, you're going to come across them. Which mindset are you going to fall into? Tell yourself all the time, I am the source. Am I a source of war, or am I a source of peace? And what you decide is what you're going to attract and what we want. We attract what we want. So just continue, just keep that in mind. So you are always the source. You get to decide abundance or scarcity. And finally, I think this is something that we don't even need to implement, because we all are so fortunate to surround ourselves with inspiring people every day in our business. That's just part of our business. It's a people's business. We work with inspiring people. We create inspiring people. We're a team of inspiring people. So we all need one another. We do. And people who line up with our vision. We need those people who are also on the quest for an abundant life. And we need to make sure that those toxic people that live a life of scarcity aren't a part of us. And they're just roadblocks to our positivity. That's a bottom line. So always lean on the people, lean on inspiring people who only lift you higher. Get rid of those toxic ones that step in your way and are a roadblock to your life of true abundance. And I just love this quote too. And it kind of had to do with the sourcing. It says, if we take responsibility for everything, then life shows up so much differently. So that's where I'm going to kind of leave you guys today. And my call to action for you is to just apply one of these principles into your life this week. Whether it's just how you put yourself in control by sourcing. If you're outflowing, that law of attraction, just focus on the one that you think could bring you the most positive outcome to your life this week. And like I said, like I could only really share like the smallest amount of what I took away from this podcast, because I didn't want to just sit here and talk to you like all day long. So I mean, I would love to talk to you all day long, but I know we all have lives to live. So, I would really encourage you, and I'll post the link to Michael Hyatt's podcast about this topic because it's amazing. And it is a longer one. It's like an hour, but it's just, I've listened to it over and over because it's just, there's so many good things to think about from that podcast. And I hope to share a little seed of it with you today, but hopefully that encourages you to really listen to the whole thing because it really helped me just shift my mindset the last week since I've listened to it. So any comments or things you want to add? Thank you, Lindsay. I'll call you your own name. Anything? Anybody? No? Okay, well, I hope I won't keep you longer than we need to, so I hope everyone has a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy the beautiful day and your beautiful, abundant life that we are all very thankful and blessed to live, and I'm very thankful for each of you. Bye, buddy. All right, bye, guys. Have a great day.